Hi, my name is Lakshmi and I'm from Indiahikes. Many times when trekkers come on a trek and they are exposed to cold temperatures that can be a little bit damp, but it is not freezing yet, one can actually experience some swelling in the extremities. It can start by being white and waxy, but it can slowly become red and swelling. It can also become very painful and you will feel very strong itchiness. When that happens, you need to know how to take care of yourself. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to handle this particular situation on your trek. First, let us talk about what exactly is this condition. This is what we call as chilblains. Chilblains is nothing but when your extremities are exposed to very cold temperatures but not freezing temperatures, and that's a distinction I want to make here, is because when it is freezing, you actually end up getting something else. So we'll talk about that later. But when you're exposed to very low temperature, and I mean below 15 degrees Celsius, what your body goes through is that your blood vessels, especially at the extremities, are constricting. When they are constricting, it means that your extremities are not getting enough oxygen, and that can lead to inflammation. When that inflammation happens is when you see swelling around here, you see that it is getting red, it starts to itch, and you end up feeling very painful. It can even feel like it is burning, even though you are in the cold. And this is what we call as chilblains. Who can get this? As I mentioned, anybody who is exposed to such low temperatures can get it. And I mean when you're exposing your hand, your toes, even your ears and your nose can develop chilblains when you're exposing to quite a number of hours in the cold temperatures. Now, certain people are much more susceptible, and these are people who have low body fat. If you are a female, you might be much more prone. If you also are a smoker, then you're also more likely to get it. So these are certain conditions that can result in more cold injuries. And that's one of the reasons why we also say no smoking on our treks. It is important to understand there is a logic and science behind this particular rule that we follow. Now, let's say you are in an environment that you are likely to get chilblain. What can you do? First and foremost, at Indiahikes, we strongly believe in prevention. So I'm going to share few tips that will ensure that you don't end up getting chilblain. First and foremost is simple logic. If your blood vessels are not getting enough oxygen, because it is too cold, one of the things that you need to do is ensure that your extremities don't get that cold. So make sure that you're wearing woolen socks, you're having woolen mittens on your hand or gloves in your hand, and your head is covered in a way that your ears are also covered. That is quite important. The second thing is avoid anything that is quite tight. Tight fitting clothes, tight shoes, tight socks, even tight gloves can also result in chilblain, even though your internal body seems like they are quite warm. So these are two things that you can ensure to make sure that you are feeling warm. Another thing is activity. When you are in the campsite and it is quite cold, just moving around, keeping yourself active ensures that your blood is flowing to all parts of your body, especially your extremities. So ensure that you're doing that. Also, intake a lot of food and warm things. These are general practices, but it goes a long way in making sure that your body is maintaining the temperature that is required. So that's a little bit about prevention. Now let's say that you are getting chilblain. What can you do at this point of time? First and foremost, make sure that as soon as you realize that you are starting to see certain redness, you are starting to see your skin color change a little bit, ensure that you're covering yourself with again socks or gloves or a head cap to ensure that you are isolating that part of your body. Second thing is, many times you think, okay, now my body is really cold. The first thing I need to do is get it to real hot so that I undo that condition. So this is the place where you need to be very careful. Your body takes a lot of time to get to the place where it is cold. You cannot undo that by suddenly exposing yourself to very hot temperatures. So it's very important that you expose or thaw your body rather than try to heat your body, and there is that difference. So how do you thaw your body? Just by dipping that exposed area to warm water. So it should be less than your body temperature. That is the temperature at which you should expose that area of your body. The second thing also to keep in mind is, many a times when you're feeling when you're feeling very, very cold, one recommendation people say is go to a place that is hot. Radiation is not a very good way to gather your body heat. It will increase the surface temperature, but it will not increase the temperature of your internal body, which is what requires to change. So that is why warm water is more important than going and sitting in a kitchen tent or next to a fire. They will not necessarily help. But in most conditions, chilblains will go on its own. It is not going to cause any permanent damage. So the only thing that you need to take care of is ensure that you are warming your body at regular intervals and wait. In 2 to 3 weeks, your body should come back to normal. It takes that time for your body to get, or your tissues to get back to that, back to the normal state. So that is very important. But in the meantime, especially when it starts and you are reached a certain point when you're starting to notice blisters or you're starting to feel itchiness or pain, one way to also manage pain is to take any painkiller. We suggest ibuprofen. So that's it. I think you now know what is a chilblain, you know how to prevent it, and you now know how to take care of it if you do get chilblain on a trek. I hope with this information you should be able to take care of yourself, not just yourself, but also people around you on a trek. Thank you.